So now we're going to talk about the preload versus stroke volume curve, which we have on the x-axis, the preload, and stroke volume on the y-axis. Notice that on the blue curve, which is the normal curve, as I increase the preload, the stroke volume increases, or if I decrease the preload, stroke volume decreases. That is explained by the Frank-Starling mechanism that we discussed in another video. I want to point your attention now to the green and red curves, which are shifts in the curve. Notice that for a given preload, the green curve is shifted at every single point where you have a higher stroke volume for every preload value. So that means that the stroke volume is increasing, and what that is going to be a result of is either an increase in inotropic state or a decrease in afterload. Those are two possibilities that could explain this shift in this curve. In other words, if you increase inotropic state or decrease afterload, that promotes increase in stroke volume. On the other hand, if you decrease inotropic state or increase afterload, that causes the curve to shift downward at every point. You can see for a given preload, you have a lower stroke volume. And so that's all that these curves are describing, is the effects of inotropic state and afterload on stroke volume for a given preload. And this also illustrates nicely the Frank-Starling mechanism, the relationship between the preload and the stroke volume.